Again, looking at the past, the present, and what's making history, it's another historic. We're starting with history, but stay tuned for some upcoming Christian resources and events. April is an extraordinary month for church history in London. George Whitefield gave his first outdoor sermon in London in April 1739. It is stated that he actually spoke to tens of thousands of people in London. Another great event that happened in April in church history was the publication of William Wilberforce's great book, now known as Practical Christianity. It was an extraordinary success. Now, the printers thought when he first submitted the text that it might go for one run, but it went to thousands and tens of thousands of copies and was widely respected. John Newton was a great endorser of the book. Thomas Chalmers, who would go on to write the very influential and famous sermon, The Expulsive Power of a New Affection, believed that he was converted reading Wilberforce. And there's an extraordinary occasion in the life of Chalmers when he actually came to preach in London, and Wilberforce went to hear him, but the building was full, so he had to climb in through a window to hear him. But also in April in 1855, Dwight Moody was converted in America. Moody would later come and preach in England. He said he preached to the coldest congregation he ever preached to on one occasion in Britain. But that same day, a bedridden woman was praying that God would break in. And when he preached later that evening, it was another story. The power of God came. People sensed that God was moving, and they believed revival happened in that church. In the present, if you're anything like me, you know that there are many, 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 many articles out there you could be reading and all kinds of things which could take up your time, but how do you know which ones are actually going to be useful? Now, Ken is producing The Intelligencer on a weekly basis, and it is drawing attention to some really helpful articles. For example, this week, he's drawing attention to an article by Timon Klein on the Puritans. Now, H.L. Mencken, the American journalist, once made the observation that a Puritan is somebody who has a nagging suspicion that somewhere someone is enjoying themselves. And we have an idea that the Puritans were these unpleasant killjoys. Now, Timon Klein has written a constructive, helpful and quite amusing article on the Puritans as killjoys. It's a great little article. If you have a look at it, the link is below, but it'll give you an idea of the sort of thing which we're sharing on The Intelligencer. You can subscribe to The Intelligencer on our website. We had some great times taking people on walks. If you'd like to come on one of those walks, just go to our website, and also you can buy a voucher so you can send someone else on one of our walks, and they will hear about the gospel and how it's changed the world. Now, making history. If you're not yet aware of Dr. Daniel Strange, his writing is unusually helpful. His books Plugged In and Making Faith Magnetic stand on the shoulders of the thought of J.H. Bavinck. Now, Bavinck had the brilliant observation that what every person already wants, being made in the image of God, can only be satisfied through the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we all want the happily ever after. We all want community. We all want power to change. The desire is already there, but it's only going to come to fruition through the gospel. Now, Dan's thought is really helping a lot of people. Personally, it's helped me and my church a great deal. Our outreach is completely different to what it would have been. We are essentially being friendly, going up to people and showing interest in them. They then ask us, what's this all about? What are you doing this for? And then we get to tell them. We've had people come to our church through that approach. It's been very, very helpful. And Dan is leading a course called Cultivate, where you can learn about this. You can look in detail into how this works, how this plays out. I propose it's an unusually important resource for our time. Details for that are below. But until next time, remember, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever.